Welcome back to Old Kiwi Farms. Farms? Farm. Well, this is big enough to have a bunch of farms. I'm your host, Looney Farm Guy. Here we are again. Or still. I'd like to. I'm going to refer to this as part 2 of either the Great Rye Harvest or something. You'll find out when you watch the first one. So I'm going to rambling on here. We got okay. So we took a look at our map here. We finished up the first area, the area that we had bought that had crop in there. That went well. It went actually faster than I anticipated. And now I'm going to mow. I'm going to harvest a strip down the middle here. Set these two guys. I have the medium-sized harvester here on the east side of the field. Have him go. I have one of the little guys here on the west side, and I'm going to blast down the middle in the big Lexion, and one of the little guys I'm going to have start going over here, and we will tackle the fields 30, 32, 33, 34, and 35 in this episode of the Great, I guess we'll have to name it the Great Rye Harvest, part 2 of the, I'm going to say 4-part mini-series. That's because I think we're going to do that one and then that one. Anyways, without further delay, there we go. Let's see which way he pointed as a. So the rest of everything. Well, the coffee's not going to be. We'll see. I'm fully expecting the coffee. Oh, now I'm going to go crooked again. The coffee not to be ready this year, and we're going to do that's kind of like a 2-year experiment. But the rest of it's going to be rye, so we're going to see what we're going to get for rye. Well, it's definitely no mustard, because I would have been full by now. And the rice, I think we filled up pretty good on the rice too. So, well, I think the reason why we're able to harvest much quicker is that the yield is much lower, and the harvesters obviously don't fill up as fast when yield is lower, so you can do a lot more in less time. We're going to do a headland here because a little square of don't know why that happens. I really don't know. Okay, let's just teleport over here. So we got the Toscano. We will get him started off here. He'll be able to go for a bit. Let us. These guys are. I hate to get rid of these guys. Not that I'm going to get rid of them this year. They will. They will chug along quite happily on this field. Hey, they're just kind of cool little machines. They're slow, and the headers are quite small. So I think eventually I'll have to replace them with a couple of those Toscanos, and go from there. So now we need to hop into this little baby here and skedaddle, scoot, boot scoot. Go to the other end of the field, unload the big harvester, and we'll go play at the other end of the field there for a little bit. There's always kind of a little spot over here on the right or the east side there that tends to get missed by workers. Okay. Let's get the pipe out here. And yeah, I tried clearing up some trees over on this end of the the south end here of the fields. Not a whole lot of room for turnarounds and stuff, but let's see here. Yeah, like you can't even buy that. It's like a perimeter there, and it's not. You can't remove the trees, which is okay. But it's just like we were right on the the field is pretty much right on the edge there. It's you wouldn't even be able to mow the grass very easily if you wanted to. If it would even let you, I don't know. I am not mowing grass in on this farm, by the way. Definitely, yeah. This is definitely a much lower yielding type crop, which is fine because it does pay out. Even right now, the price for rye is pretty good. Let's go move this truck. And there we go. Up. He's almost made his way down here already. That's kind of that's pretty good. Like I say, if they're not really filling up super quick, so they just chug along at the old 6 miles per hour. I think we should be able to wrap up this field without too much trouble. There we go, nearly full. That's not too bad. Almost a full length of the field there without filling up. They don't have the largest capacity hoppers either, but it's okay. Well, we still got a few other. I think we're going to try out a few other crops. In the rotation there, just to try them out. Because I do like the idea of, especially when you have such a large area that we are getting into now. Although once, as per our mandate, we the local owners want to become the coffee barons of New Zealand. So we must comply. Resistance is futile. He must comply. Yes. The Borg. If there's any Star Trek fans, I know Gorspor is. I don't know if he's watching, but I know he's definitely a Star Trek fan. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Voyager series, to be honest. However, I really did like 7 of 9. As I'm sure many did. Okay. Let's get you off and running. And we will go. Oh, that's right. He's not going to like this one. Okay. Where did I leave? Oh, they're all flashy. Where did I leave? Oh. I think I left, yeah. Okay. We'll have to get him over to look after this guy, the Tuscany. Probably pronouncing all these names wrong. I do that a lot. Is that a little bit of coffee just kind of hanging out? It is. What are you doing here? I did not plant coffee in this field. Don't know where that came from. Okay. Well, he's loading up. I'm going to have to move this guy over there to the little harvester. Yes, I don't have crop destruction on. It would be the most painful experience to do this if I did, and then I would have to goof around with trailers that had narrow wheels and tractors with narrows, and yeah. So just pretend it's a game. All right. Oh, he's just right by that one there, so we'll just hop in there. All right, little fella. Here you go. Empty your belly. Empty thy belly. And let's move him out of the way. I swapped out the smaller tractor because once it's fully loaded, this the little guy had some trouble pulling around this grain cart. Speaking of grain carts, so there's an auger wagon, of course. Anybody else? Who else is Helper H, of course, being Mr. Contrary. We're looking good. Let's go say hi to Helper H and say, okay, you're fired. I really do. I think it's time. Well, not this harvest, as we seem to spend the money as quickly as we get it. There's an auger wagon. There's a big auger wagon that holds 200,000 liters. And it is a beast. And it is not a fake 200,000. It is a very large and in charge auger wagon. Some of you probably should know what I'm talking about. Although I haven't seen anyone use it, so I wonder. I mean, the trucks are super handy and fast and everything. And that auger wagon actually came out quite some time ago. So I really want to use it. It's when it's full, it is you need a big tractor to pull it around. It is not any kind of a light unit to run around with. Not like these. Not like these. The actual weight of these is not equal to the amount of product that go into these. I think it's pretty much weight rated at the 120,000 liters. That it is standard fill size at. But yeah, I do really like it. It's just is it is really a beast. Yeah, I wonder. I should just get one anyways. I'd have to get something to pull it with, though. I don't think anything we have is, even those Kloss, the fully decked out 500 horsepower, would struggle to pull that thing fully loaded. And we are not flat ground. This is not the flat map. Yeah. And I've done some testing with it. I actually used it. I used it I have a test map actually set up on Felsburn with a hill going up a hill. So I took a bunch of the biggest tractors and tried to pull this grain cart full up this hill. Only I can't remember now because I didn't save the recording, but only 2 or 3 tractors managed to pull it up right up to the top and over. And I believe it was the John Deere 9030, the wheeled, the big wheeled John Deere, the 660 something horsepower John Deere, that managed to pull it up. And the weights do matter. That's another interesting thing that I kind of found out doing those testing was the tractors that had the wheel weights and the extra weights on the front that you could put on the front does matter for traction. Because the ones, even though they had higher horsepower, the ones that didn't have the weights did not as good. Did somewhat poorly, or poorer than the ones that you could load up with weights. So, however, the Case Quad Track, I believe, did quite well. The GNU actually did really well. Yes, of course, in the giant 1100 horsepower monster. I can't remember the name of it now. He did not as good as I thought he would, and I had to put the triples on. It's been a while since I used that thing. That thing is the monster of monsters. Oh, okay. Let's who's in there? Helper D. Who is this? Oh, I can get him over. Oh, he's going to be just about full over there. Not quite yet full. He's full. Who's that? No, he's not going to be able to. This is the juggling act now. Let's get him over here. All right. Let's get you unloaded, sir. And let's... yeah, he's ready now. So another nice thing is these won't get filled up as quickly either. I think I have. So next year again, we're not going to know if the coffee is going to do anything. So we got one more year of figuring out what to plant. I think we had millet, rye, canola. Yeah, canola planned. And we might still run a few other crops outside of the coffee just to be diverse. Let's get, there we go. Let's get him over there. Yeah, there we go, over there. Unload him. It's a little tricky when you have certain harvesters at the pipe height. I gotta make sure I keep these guys close to these guys, and the other two can interchange. I'm gonna get him off the crop here. So yeah, so we're just big harvest. Let's whoops, sorry about that. Let's get into helper D here, and so we're going to be doing this for the next little while, for sure. And so that's it for part 2 of the Great Rye Harvest mini series on old Kiwi farm here. Hope you enjoyed this little part 2 of the mini series. We'll maybe have a cameo by someone, maybe I don't know, Lauren Green or someone like that. Or some other farmer, maybe maybe someone from Little House on the Prairie. How about that? What's his name? I can't remember his name now. Anyways, throw a like on it if you did. Throw a comment out there if you want. And he stopped. Yes, of course he stopped. He must be related to Helper H. We will see you on the next episode of The Rye is Right. Yeah, not The Rye is Right. Anyways, I'm your host, Looney Farm Guy. Remember, it's a game. Let's have some fun. Till next time. Bye for now.